And a good afternoon and welcome to the Bentley Athletic Complex as we have the Woodstock Academy Centaurs getting ready to take on the East Lyme Vikings here in a girls soccer contest. It is senior day here at Woodstock Academy. And with that, we have, of course, our senior announcements. And we have up in the booth right now Athletic Director Sean Saucier ready to take it over and to bring us senior day here at Woodstock Academy.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a beautiful day at the Bentley Athletic Complex for today's girls soccer game featuring the Vikings from East Lyme High School and your hometown Woodstock Academy Centaurs. This is a CIAC-sanctioned event and will be played according to the National Federation of High School Soccer rules. The ECC, the Woodstock Academy, are committed to the principles of good sportsmanship. We believe all student athletes, coaches, and spectators should strive to represent themselves and their school with the very best spirit and tradition of high school athletics. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants, coaches, and officials in a positive manner. We thank you for your cooperation, and we thank you for helping to create a positive high school athletic environment. Today marks the final home game for the Centaurs, what is traditionally called the Senior Day. At this time, we will be recognizing the seniors from both East Lyme High School and the Woodstock Academy. First, the seniors from East Lyme. A goalkeeper, number 0, Morgan Doobie. A midfielder, number 3, Summer Antonino. A midfielder, number 6, Lily Antonino. A midfielder, number 10, Ava Lombardo. A forward, number 15, Riddhi Venkatesh. A defender, number 16, Aubrey Jorgensen. A forward, number 17, Anna Thompson. And on defense, number 22, Lacey Lee Karamidis. We would like to thank the East Lyme soccer players for always providing us with a competitive, hard-fought, and fairly played games over the years. Best of luck to the Viking seniors in the rest of this year and for many years to come. We wish you the best in all of your future endeavors. And now for the Centaur seniors. First up, number 3, Kayla Leet. Escorted by her mom, Jennifer, and dad, Fabio, and sister, Peyton. She's played soccer for 4 years at Woodstock Academy and lettered all 4 years. She is a member of the Spanish Honor Society, English Honor Society, Social Studies, and Science Honor Societies, and the Scholar Athlete Honor Society. Her favorite sports-related memory at Woodstock is when Taylor and her beat Macy and Freya in mini golf. Her plans for next year are to attend college majoring in physical therapy. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kayla Leet. Next up, number 6, Kendall McCormick. Escorted by Patrick and Lisa McCormick, she's played soccer for 4 years at Woodstock and lettered 2 of those years. She is a member of the indoor and outdoor track teams, the Beat Club, and the Medical Club. Her favorite sports-related memories are car rides with Bella after practices and games. Her plans for next year are to attend college and study nursing. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kendall McCormick. Next up, number 7, Emma Massey. Escorted by her mother, Colleen, and father, Andrew. She's played soccer for 4 years at Woodstock and lettered all 4 years. She is a member of the 2024 Class Council, EarthSave, Hiking Club, National Honor Society, the Science, Spanish, and Math National Honor Societies, and the Scholar Athlete Honor Society. Her favorite sports-related memory is making Addie's Senior Day poster with Kayla and Rebecca. Her plans for next year are to study ecology and evolutionary biology at a college yet undecided. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Emma Massey. Next up, number 11, Taylor Lamoth. escorted by her dad, Mark, and mother, Diana. She's played soccer for 4 years at Woodstock and lettered 2 of those years. She is a member of the National Honor Society, the English National Honor Society, the Art National Honor Society, and the Student Council. Her favorite sports-related memory during her time at Woodstock is when Rebecca tried to take a PK but missed the ball and fell in the mud. Her plans for next year include to go to college and major in psychology. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Taylor Lamoth. Next up, number 30, Rebecca Nazer. Escorted by her father, Lance, her mother, Kathy, and sister, Emily. She's played soccer for 4 years and lettered all 4 years. Her favorite sports-related memory during her time at Woodstock is winning the ECC Tournament Championship last year. Her plans for next year are to play college soccer and major in marine biology at Florida Southern College. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Rebecca Nazer. We would like to take a moment to thank all the seniors for their dedication to the sport of soccer. Your hard work and dedication has been appreciated, and your shoes will be tough to fill. You have made us proud, and you have made Woodstock Academy a better place. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
This is Woodstock Academy Live. Today's game is brought to you by Bosquet's Appliances in Danielson and Willimantic, the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, Girardi Insurance Services, and Oconchabar Productions, LLC.
Woodstock Academy. Ethan Davis marking the signals. He goes back to throw, looking down the field, tucks it, then throws, long forgets, throwing it, touchdown, Jackson gets! Touchdown, Jackson gets! He got behind the D. He beat Liam Pickett to the wall. On it is Odorski. Odorski got it off his back.
Could be a problem.
Get it? He got there first. He shoots and he scores! Brian Odorski.
Now, for all the play-by-play action, here's Woodstock Academy Sports Information Director, Mark Allard.
And welcome back to the Bentley Athletic Complex here on this, 26th of September here at Woodstock Academy. We've moved the clock back because it is just gorgeous out here. Mark Allard being joined by the head coach of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs, Dennis Snelling. It does feel like September, doesn't it?
August, September, it's a beautiful day. I think next week it might be cold jacket weather, so we'll take this while we can.
And if anything, it could be a concern on the surface as far as heat is concerned.
It will be hotter. We'll see how everyone is conditioned for it. Really, it's probably better running weather than anything else we've had as far as cold or humidity. So maybe it will be the perfect temperature, perfect day.
It'd be nice. It's a perfect day to broadcast, I will say that. Hey, as far as this, it's the final game of the regular season. Can you believe it?
We talk about it every year in the first week, how it comes up quick, and it doesn't feel like it right now, but it it's over in 8 to 10 weeks, and the day has come to sort of see that happen, and we'll see how excited everybody is to play in this last game.
Well, the thing about it is, too, it's also senior day, and that usually gets the adrenaline going, right?
Yeah, it's two-edged. It's adrenaline, but it's emotion at the same time. So hopefully the emotion of seeing the seniors leave is turned into adrenaline on the field, and everybody plays for those kids.
And there's some stuff for you from Dennis Snelling, but we're going to go right back up on top to Woodstock Academy Athletic Director Sean Saucier and today's starting lineups.
Good afternoon once again. Let's meet the starting lineups for this afternoon's game. First, the Vikings from East Lyme. A sophomore forward, number 23, Julianne Guerrera. A sophomore defender, number 2, Emma Stoddard. A junior forward, number 12, Lila Hart. A junior defender, number 13, Maya Prigizello. A senior defender, number 22, Lacey Lee Karamitis. A senior defender, number 16, Aubrey Jorgensen. A senior midfielder, number 6, Lily Antonino. A senior midfielder, number 3, Summer Antonino. A senior midfielder, number 10, Ava Lombardo. A senior forward, number 15, Riddhi Venkatesh. And in goal for the Vikings, a senior, number 0, Morgan Doobie. The Vikings are coached by Miss Rachel Redding, Carolyn Asiola, and Lauren McDonald. And now the starting lineup for the Centaurs. A junior defender, number 2, Macy Rawson. A senior defender, number 3, Kayla Leet. A senior forward, number 6, Kendall McCormick. A senior defender, number 7, Emma Massey. A senior midfielder, number 11, Taylor Lamoth. A junior forward, number 13, Juliet Allard. A junior midfielder, number 14, Isabella Mawson. A freshman midfielder, number 15, Rita Rawcliffe. A junior midfielder, number 25, Freya Robbie. A freshman forward, number 27, Elise Coyle. And in goal for the Centaurs, number 30, senior Rebecca Nazer. The Centaurs are coached by Mr. Dennis Snelling and assisted by Jen Bruno. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I ask that you please rise if you are able. Remove your headwear. Direct your attention to the flag as we honor America with the singing of the national anthem by junior football player and hill singer, Mr. Chandler Folkerts. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Great job by Chandler there with our national anthem as we're just about ready for some good old soccer. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs taking on East Lyme here at the Bentley Athletic Complex. And we also have to ask Sean if he would just move that flag back in, if he wouldn't mind. Yeah, we need to have that flag in too. Otherwise, we can't see the good old photos, as the saying goes. As it is in our camera range. Mark Allard being joined today by Greg Smith. He finally gets to say hello. How you doing over there, Greg?
Life is good, Mark. How are you?
Not too bad.
What a beautiful day.
I think we said it with Dennis Snelling, wasn't it? I mean, it feels like September 26th. Never mind
beautiful.
October 26th.
And not only that, I mean, we got a football player singing the national anthem.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of Woodstock Academy all over again, because you can be in the Helsingers, you can be a football player, you can be. Did you hear all the accomplishments of the seniors?
Absolutely.
It's something about Woodstock Academy that you can do it all.
We have a lot of fun here. Let's put it that way. Not only a lot of fun, but we have a lot of accomplishments here.
And a lot of great
accomplished
kids.
people and a lot of great kids, you're right, to work with on a daily basis. But we have a decent soccer team, too. 7-6-2 on the season for the Centaurs. They will be the number 5 seed in the Eastern Connecticut Conference Tournament. We'll talk a little bit more about that at halftime. They are also, so in the ECC itself, the Centaurs are 1-2-2. East Lyme, meanwhile, is 10-4-1 overall, 3-1-1 in the Eastern Connecticut Conference. This is the last ECC Division I game for both teams. Interesting part about that, here you are playing your last ECC Division I game a day and a half before the start of the ECC tournament.
Yep.
That's kind of tough, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I mean, there should be something done there, I guess, that may change that down the road. One can only hope. 40 minutes on the clock. On the ball is, I do believe that is Kayla Leet on the ball, is she not?
Yes.
And there was something about Kayla Leet. She is injured at this point in time. She is out there for her senior day. She is not going to be out there long. The game plan is, and East Lyme has agreed to this, that Kayla will kick the ball off. They will kick the ball out of bounds, and Kayla will retreat from the field. It's kind of a ceremonial kickoff, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They kick it out of bounds, and Kayla Leet will head to the sidelines. And guess who she's going to be replaced by?
Ooh, somebody with a similar last name?
I would say that might be the case.
Yeah.
Sisters meet at midfield, and Peyton Leet comes on to the game to replace her sister, who just kicked off on senior day here at Woodstock Academy. That's the way it's done, folks. Throw in down below for Woodstock Academy as we are officially underway. The throw in by Taylor Lamoth. Again, this is also an adjusted lineup. We always like to put the seniors in, so this may not be the starters that people are normally used to be seeing. Down below us is Garea. That ball will go out of bounds. It'll be last touched by Garea. Be a throw in right down below for the Centaurs, and Lamoth gets it into Kendall McCormick. McCormick brings it around, knocks it off of Garea, picked up again by Lamoth. This is again Garea up ahead to Lila Hart, but it was knocked away from her. The Centaurs turn around and go the other way with Bella Mawson.
Nice move by Mawson to free up some space and to change field.
Emma Stoddard chasing after that, along with the Centaurs number 15, Rita Rawcliffe over on that far side. It'll go out.
I think it's a corner.
I think it might be. I think it was last touched by East Lyme out there. Stoddard, I think, is the last player to touch it. And it will be a corner for Woodstock Academy, first corner of this game. And I think it might be, was it going to be Rawcliffe? No, not going to be Rawcliffe. Coming on over is Emma Massey to take this corner for the Centaurs. Massey sending it in just to the left side of Morgan Doobie, the East Lyme keep. This ball bounces in, and Doobie catches it.
That was an outswinger, but it didn't swing far enough out for Woodstock to get a good chance on goal.
Nice job for the Centaurs to catch up on that throw out by Doobie out to Elise Coyle. Kept in by the Centaurs. Sent in by Bella Mawson. The East Lyme D up to the task as they'll send it back into the middle of the field. Picked up there by the Centaurs. Macy Rawson had it, or actually Freya Robbie, I should say. Down below us here, this is once again Taylor Lamoth taken away by the East Lyme Vikings. And back the other way goes Summer Antonino. Summer Antonino, there are two Antoninos, Summer and Lily. Now, they're both seniors.
And you would expect.
We think they're twins.
Yeah.
We didn't officially ask.
And they look an awful lot alike.
They do. So
nice
I think
ball.
it's pretty obvious. Doobie will pick up that ball in front of Kendall McCormick.
McCormick was streaking in there.
Kendall's got a goal this year, 3 assists on the season For the Centaurs, Freya Robbie couldn't get ahead on that. Macy Rawson gets a foot on it, but is back at midfield with the Vikings. A header by Garea, picked up again by the Centaurs, bounced out the other way as Juliet Allard sends it forward. Looking for McCormick, he'll let it bounce to Doobie, who will pick it up.
You know, looking at the way East Lyme's playing, they're leaving a fullback way back. So they're not trying for the offsides. Woodstock can be aggressive here.
Just underway, 3 minutes in, 3.5. Allard and East Lyme, that one went out. It'll be a last touch by East Lyme. It'll be a throw-in on that far side for Emma Massey. Wearing those pink socks. October is obviously the month for that. That ball goes out. Be a throw-in from East Lyme on the far side. One other game today starts at about 4 o'clock down in Groton. Woodstock Academy's field hockey team in their final regular season game as they will be taking on Fitch down in Groton at 4. This is Kendall McCormick, tried to get a through ball, taken away by the Vikings. Anna Lombardo on the play there. Quickly up ahead to Lily Antonino. And once again, they work it their way through, and down comes Lila Hart. Hart with that right foot, I should say, save. A diving save by Rebecca Nazer.
That was a very nice save by Nazer, and you can see why she's looking to play at the next level in college next year with that save.
Not a big player, but she is mobile. There's no question about it. Not a large, height-wise kind of goalie.
But she communicates quite well with her
That she
defense.
does. Mawson will try to get a through ball that bounced off the back of Lombardo and goes all the way back to where Petrozello can pick it up. For the Vikings over on that far side.
You get to work on your Italian pronunciations with this East Lyme side, don't you?
A little bit. That's not a bad thing. Venkatesh, I like that name as well.
Yes, you do.
And she actually had the ball there for a moment. Riddhi Venkatesh. It'll be a throw-in on the far side for East Lyme. Vikings get it in. Header went the wrong way for Elise Coyle. Macy Rawson tried to get on it. Instead, it is Lila Hart with the ball. Remember, she came in from the right side. Now she might be trying the left, but got taken away by the Centaurs. All the way down the field, and chasing after it was Lombardo. Sent back the other way towards midfield. Can the Centaurs retain possession? Kendall McCormick battling for it. Sends it forward, kind of get it to Elise Coyle, just a freshman. And that ball is taken away by Stoddard and tossed out. It will be a throw-in. Nope, didn't go out.
Didn't go out.
Did not go out.
Nice
Saved.
tackle.
Yeah, nice job by the Centaurs getting it back in. Bounced out by the Vikes. That ball is going to bounce out of bounds and will not bounce out of bounds. That sideline is a long way over there, I guess. Longer than I think anyway.
All right, that one's out of bounds and will result in an East Lyme goal kick.
Yeah, absolutely. Doobie will do so for the Vikings.
Boy, I hate maroon and black.
I haven't said the colors today, have I? Haven't had time.
Nope.
We've had senior day, and then we had an intro, and next you know what the game is going to start with starting lineups. We had to toss at least a minute and a half of Dennis Snelling's interview. Not very much of it at all, but that's the way it goes. Venkatesh up ahead, tried to get a through ball. Nazer came out. That was a little dangerous, and was able to get the ball back to midfield. McCormick, unfortunately, it bounced off her the wrong way. And it'll be picked up by the Vikings. Garea right down below us. It goes out off of the Centaurs. And it'll be a throw-in down below for Aubrey Jorgensen for the Vikings. East Lyme got here right on time. That's, sometimes you don't see all the Southeast teams getting up to the Northeast on time.
Well,
Vikings did so.
They don't realize how long it takes to get here.
Oh, it's a long time. Believe me, we travel a lot ourselves going the other way. It's not a short ride. Kendall McCormick up ahead to Juliet Allard, sends it over mid. Picked up by Elise Coyle. That ball bounced away by Jorgensen. And deep is where Freya Robbie gives it up to.
Well, how long do you suppose it takes to go from East Lyme to Waterford? 10 minutes?
Well, if you know the back way, less.
Right, less.
Waterford and New London are actually almost next door as the crow flies.
And even if you're talking NFA, it's nothing.
No, well, NFA's a little bit longer, but not much.
But for us?
No, for us, well, yeah. Nothing's close for us.
Nothing's close.
Don't go to Stonington. You'll never get there. This ball is taken by Summer Antonino. Believe me, when I go to Stonington or Ledyard, I go the back roads. And there are some really funky back roads you can take to get there. Emma Stoddard sends it down that far side. There was one road that has these wonderful cliffs that if you drive a little bit too close, you think you're going to go down them. Mount Washington, take 2. That was one of the scariest rides I ever taken, was going up Mount Washington. But if you want to have a thrill ride, there you go. Lila Hart over to Venkatesh. Back into the middle to Summer Antonino. Lost the handle on it. Picked up by Lila Hart. With that left foot, sends it in. And
a goal
from about 20 yards out. Lila Hart got her left foot on it and sent it in for a goal for the East Lyme Vikings, and they lead this one 1-0. Comes at the 31:58 mark, also known as 8:02 into the game on the Lila Hart left-footed boot.
Beautiful goal, and while both teams have had possession, there was not a whole lot of chances. That was a pretty goal from out deep.
Oh, yeah, 20 yards out.
Yeah, just outside the box.
Yep. So it will be, of course, a kickoff in the middle for the Centaurs, as coming on will be number 12, Isabella Selmecki, who did not start today. Leah Costa is into the game, who also did not start today. Or two of your leading scorers for the Centaurs are now on the field.
Well, that's the difficulty about Senior Day, Mark. You need to play your seniors. You need to give them their time. You need to give them their recognition for what they've done for the program. But
that ball was knocked out off of the Centaurs. So the
you got a couple of juniors out there that have scored a lot of goals.
Selmecki has 4 goals on the season, and Leah Costa has 11. So now you've got most of your scoring back, and Isabella DeLeva-Beauchesne is also out there as well. Just a sophomore, but what an athlete, and what a student. I'm not going to lie. She puts me to shame.
Well.
Now that, okay, it doesn't take a lot to put me to shame. This ball is sent back beyond the goal. It will be a goal kick out for the Vikings. Rebecca Nazer on the goal kick. Ball sent back into the middle, picked up there by Kendall McCormick. So wasn't it Isabel's brother who was he valedictorian last year, James?
Yes.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was valedictorian or salutatorian. Or salutatorian, I guess?
Salutatorian.
Salutatorian. I never could say that word. It's one of those that has always escaped me. I like to make it the easy way, salutatorian. Throw in from Garea down below us. That will be picked up by the Centaurs. Peyton Leet on the ball. Kicked it right into Venkatesh. East Lyme trying to get a crossing pass, and they almost did. It was knocked away by the Woodstock Academy D, but it went back the other way. Picked up there by Antonino. Summer Antonino with the right foot rolls it off of I think it might have been an own goal. Yeah, it's going to be not a goal because it's a handball out. They're going to stop the clock, but
no,
I
it's
think
a goal.
Are they going to give it a goal? Because he was pointing the other way.
He pointed to the middle.
Oh, maybe he did. So I guess
it's
they're going to give it a goal. Yep, 2-0. I didn't know if they were going to. I know the Centaurs were looking for a handball.
Yep.
I think it's an own goal.
Yeah.
It came off of a Woodstock Academy player and went
in.
So you give it to the closest person, which might have been Lily Antonino. I thought I saw number 6 over there. I'm not sure.
I don't know who had the original shot, but it definitely went off a Woodstock player. And if you're Coach Snelling, this is not the way you want to start this game.
Nope, 2-0 East Lyme in the lead. I think it was an own goal, but don't quote me on that. It could have been. It could be credited. You usually kind of try to credit it to the nearest person. Might have been Lily Antonino. But I'm trying to remember in my head. We'd have to go back and run back the tape, and we don't have time to do that right now. Elise Coyle on the ball for the Centaurs. Picked back up by the Vikings at midfield. Selmecki tries to get on it. Gets a little bit of help there from Kaylee Saucier, who's also into the game. That one will be booted back into midfield, but that one will be taken by Venkatesh. Saucier all over her. Kicks it back to Selmecki. Tries to get it up ahead to Leah Costa. Costa trying to make the break on Petrozello. The ball gets kicked out. It'll be a throw-in for the Centaurs.
Deep throw for Woodstock, and you already see what the addition of Selmecki and Costa and Saucier do for this squad.
Well, Costa just kicked that right into Jorgensen. The ball is picked up by Selmecki. Taken away by the Vikings, back downfield. That one went right through the foot of Peyton Leet, all the way back to about the 30. Picked up there by the freshman, Elise Coyle, bringing it in. Summer Antonino is working on her, and Summer Antonino won that battle and tossed it to the other side. Chasing it down, Lila Hart for the Vikings. Kendall McCormick on her. Lila Hart sends it back in, back to Hart. Hart trying to get through the D, knocked that far side, still inbounds. McCormick comes up with it. Sent it forward to DeLeva Beauchene. McCormick tried to get there, goes out of bounds. This time it was out of bounds. And it'll be a throw-in on the far side for the Centaurs for Kaylee Saucier. Actually, DeLeva Beauchene. Throws it on in, gets it into Selmecki. Selmecki tried to turn on that, picked up by the Vikings briefly, and it went out. And it'll be a throw-in for East Lyme.
So it'll only be a couple of weeks so we can see DeLeva Beauchene and Saucier on the basketball court.
Yeah, the starting backcourt for Will Fleeton and company. Right now, they're the replacement midfield for the Centaurs girls soccer team. Yeah, it's hard to believe we're going to be inside in just a few weeks on a day like this.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going to last, folks. Enjoy it while we can to be out here in shirt sleeves on the last few days of October. I think it's going to be in the 50s by Halloween, right? Ball's over the top, chasing it down. The Centaurs trying to get there first. Lila Hart trying to get on it as well. Almost kicked away, but the Vikings able to keep it in with Summer Antonino bringing the ball down the field. And then it's sent by Kaylee Saucier to the sideline. It'll be a throw-in deep down there for the Vikings.
So while we're talking about inside and we have a second,
Yeah.
How's the volleyball team looking?
Oof, 14-6. That's what they finished last night. 3-1 win over Conard. Nice match, a fun match to watch. And I was very impressed with the Centaurs' ability to pass. And Cassidy Ladd playing libero, 25 digs last night. Sophie Gronsky, 42 assists.
42 assists.
42 assists. Ball is tossed in, and Nazer, that's not a shot. That was more or less just dumped into the middle.
And as a junior, she's over 1,000 assists for a career, right?
Oh, yeah, easy.
And
she actually did that back around about 5 matches ago.
And has the potential, the way she's playing now, to think about 2,000.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she could easily
by the
get
time her senior year is over.
I wouldn't. In fact, I would probably say that's on the way. Leah Costa bringing the ball down the field for the Centaurs. Left-footed shot saved by Doobie. First shot of the day for Woodstock Academy. Comes off the foot of Leah Costa. Saved by Doobie.
And you've got Baton as an outside hitter and Izzy Mayorka.
Yep, Mojica as another outside hitter. And you've got Vivian Bebo on the opposite side, who against Griswold had 11 kills from the opposite side.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive stuff.
Well, that's a good setter getting her the ball.
That's what it is. Of course, the Centaurs volleyball team will be playing at home in an ECC quarterfinal on Monday. We're going to be broadcasting that one live against Bacon Academy, and the ECC semifinals are coming to town this year. We'll be broadcasting that one live on Wednesday, both games of the ECC semis. Kaylee Saucier boots that one to the sideline. It'll be a throw-in for East Lyme.
Wait a second. We don't have to go to Waterford or East Lyme or Fitch?
They're coming to us.
Get out.
They're coming to us. Of course, the championship is in New London.
Yeah.
We get the semis. Here's the boot by East Lyme by Summer Antonino. That will be, actually it was Lily Antonino. That will be a shot and a save because Nazer had to make it. It was on goal. So a shot and a save for the Vikings. That's their 4th shot of the afternoon, and we're 15 minutes into the contest. 2-0 lead for the Vikings over the Centaurs. Chasing this one down, Lila Hart. She's got one of the goals for East Lyme. Sent it back across, picked up there, and the Vikings try to keep it in and do. Antonino sent it right across the goal mouth. Venkatesh could not get a foot on it. Kendall McCormick on the far side. And McCormick with that left foot had it knocked away, but it falls right to a teammate. Good for the Centaurs as they boot it downfield. That one bounces by Petrozello. Oof. Whoops. Guess
And
what?
no call.
Wow.
No call.
Get away with that one. That ball gets kicked out. Be a throw in on the far side for the Centaurs. Oh, my gosh.
Occasionally, Leah Costa reminds me of her older brother who played football for us last year.
Offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Be a throw in on the far side for Woodstock Academy. Peyton Leet comes out of the game, and so did Taylor Lamoth. Centaurs at midfield. Sent in by Juliet Allard, who's back in. Ball's bumped away by Kaylee Saucier, sent it back the other way. Back around the 30, a little collision there, no call. Sent back into the middle. This is Selmecki who turns and fires. That was off the mark. Be a goal kick out. The other thing you've got to worry about today, and it's hard to say on October 26th, you've got to worry about heat exhaustion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Down on the field, it's about 70, maybe 75 up here, which may make it about 85 to 90 on the turf.
Yep.
Oh, you have the official clock watch.
I
The
do.
official
I do.
temp. So
I
what's the
do.
official temp?
77.
77.
So down on the field, it's probably 80,
87?
82,
Yeah.
84.
Yeah, something like that. Anywhere between 80 and 85, maybe, when all is said and done. Macy Rawson on the throw-in.
And if you're not hydrating like you were in August, that can be problematic.
Correct, because you're not used to doing it as much anymore. I've had some cool nights, some cool days. And here we have a gorgeous 77-degree day. Venkatesh on the ball for East Lyme. Coyle kind of got in the middle of that one. Macy Rawson sends it back this way. It's booted in by Jorgensen. Isabel DeLeva Beauchesne with that header back into the middle, and the Vikings managed to get it back. Emma Stoddard on that ball. But Stoddard had it taken away by Freya Robbie. Freya Robbie and Juliet Allard have played pretty good center mid for the Centaurs this year. They had some they had a tough act to follow in Grace Gelhaus and Lynette Favreau.
Yeah.
That was a tough act to follow.
Yep.
So it will be a throw-in on that far side for East Lyme. Stoddard to do so. And gets it into Antonino. Header backwards. Flikes trying to keep it in once again. Over to Jorgensen on the near side. Freya Robbie on her. That one knocked away from Antonino. I got a good chance at being an Antonino in the middle there, you know.
Send her.
Easier. Allard sends it. Costa trying to chase it. Little bit of a bump and push between her and number 13, Petrozello. Costa went down on the play, and they're going to give a call against Petrozello. And the ball will be about 39 yards out.
My guess is the only reason Leah Costa fell down is because she wanted to.
Yeah. My guess is you're accurate on that one. So Costa looks like she's going to be one taking the kick from 39 out. Or 29 out, is actually at the 19. They'll give her the 10 yards. Back up the wall for East Lyme. 2-0 in favor of East Lyme. We're almost at the halfway mark of the first half.
And this would be big if Costa can convert.
Costa, low liner, caught by Doobie. Second shot, both of them by Costa. That one on the free kick. Ball back out at midfield. Bella Mawson was on it, got it to Elise Coyle. And then sends it forward. Here's
ball.
Costa over the top of the crossbar. Good opportunity.
Beautiful through ball. Costa on her left foot, just couldn't get it down enough.
Just over the crossbar. So the third shot of the game for the Centaurs, a little bit of pressure.
Well, the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, a couple minutes. The Vikings have had to deal with some.
Woodstock Academy's long through balls are paying dividends.
Well, you got to remember the speed of this Centaur team.
Yep.
With Allard and Costa, McCormick has got good wheels. That's what they've prided themselves on, and the turf actually helps them in that regard.
Absolutely.
This ball is bounced off of Lacey Lee Karamidas, and that ball went out. Be a throw-in on the far side for the Centaurs. Kendall McCormick will take it. As we have reached the halfway mark of this first half, that ball will go out again, and another throw-in for the Centaurs. And this time it'll be Rita Rawcliffe on the throw-in. Sent over, header by the Vikings, and they'll play a little head over there, a little head ball between the two. Was hit about 3 or 4 times over there. This ball bounces at about the 40.
Oh, look at Freya Robbie take control.
And you got it taken away by Jorgensen. This is one thing, the size, the speed belongs, I think, to the Centaurs right now. The size belongs to East Lyme.
Absolutely.
This is Lily Antonino on the ball. And fighting her way. Look at her and Rawcliffe go at it. Lily Antonino is a senior, I think, right?
And Rawcliffe a freshman.
And
Rawcliffe did not back down.
Yeah, she wasn't giving ground. Bella Mawson right down below us.
Good
Chased
ball.
after by Freya Robbie, sends it forward, looking for Costa. Again, Pietruzzello and Costa going at it. Pietruzzello had to kick it to the corner, to the back line, I should say. It'll be a corner for Woodstock Academy, the second corner of this half for the Centaurs. Kendall McCormick will come over and take it.
Yeah.
So McCormick on the corner.
I think the Woodstock midfield has realized that they can spring their forwards very easily with long balls. And Pietruzzello better be on her horse.
And she's left up in an island back there a lot.
Mhm.
McCormick sends that one in, header out. It'll be another no, it'll be a goal kick out, they're going to say. So
Yeah, Costa didn't miss that by much.
no. But it was off of her, and therefore the goal kick out for the Vikings. 2-0 lead for East Lyme here with 18:03 left to play in the first half. Ball bouncing around in the middle. Juliet Allard tried to get on it, and she's going to actually
Handball.
be foul. Oh, was it a handball down there?
Yep.
Okay. This is what you call multitasking.
Is that what you call
There
it?
goes the X. I
Yep.
can't call it a tweet anymore. Someone reminded me about that one time. I said, I got a tweet.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. I got an X. That just doesn't sound right.
That's not good. Well, like tweet sounded any better?
No, but at least we accepted it after a while. Now it's you got an X. Huh?
That's why I never got on Twitter, because I refuse to tweet.
Oh, okay.
I refuse.
And so you refuse to X, too.
I do.
Okay. Ball down the far side, be picked up by the Vikes. Garea sends that one into
Oh.
the back of the net from long range. Julianne Garea.
That was a pretty goal.
That was about a 23-yarder. That was
Yeah.
outside the box. It was just a bullet over the top of the head of Nazer and into the opposite corner.
Nothing Nazer could do about that.
Nope.
She, as you said just a minute ago,
Yeah.
she was left on an island, and Garea just pounded that one into the back of the net.
23, about 23 yards out. You figured that one out. But I think that's about where it was. It was right about, well, actually, it was a little bit more than that. Probably about the
28?
About 28 yards out, yeah. About the 18 where she kicked it from. It was beyond the box. I know that. So somewhere around 28 yards, somewhere in that total, if you want to look at it. Came at the 17:09 mark. And suddenly it's 3-0 in favor of East Lyme. So not what the Centaurs wanted to see today.
No.
A very typical situation, though, when you look at it, considering that the East Lyme Vikings were here yesterday for a boys' soccer game and came away with a 6-1 win over the Centaurs. So East Lyme is not not having fun. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
No. Double negative, I know, but they're having fun on the Bentley Athletic Turf the past 2 days. This is Leah Costa, Somecki coming through, correct. And the ball was taken away. It will be a throw-in on the far side, or will it be a free kick?
Free kick.
Yep, they're going to call the foul. So coming on over will be Freya Robbie. Freya will be about on the side. Depends where they mark this thing down. It'll be just about 20 yards out. Or is it no, she's holding the ball right now. Is it a throw-in or is it a kick? Okay, now it's a kick, and it's going to be from about, 18 yards out, is what we'll say. So here's Freya Robbie on the boot, low runner. Elise Coyle had it knocked away from her. She goes down. The Vikings are able to clear it. Picked up outside by the Centaurs. They kick it back out. Peyton Leet kicks it back in.
Just a little wide.
Yeah.
Nope, she kept it in.
Taylor Lamoth was able to get over there on time.
But it
Ball
goes
went
over
out.
the end
It'll be a
line.
goal kick. Like to welcome WINY 1350 AM to our Bentley Athletic Complex today. Willie Busquet alongside of us as they are broadcasting this game as well. Glad to see him here.
Your old stomping ground.
My old stomping grounds.
Back in the day.
Morgan Doobie boots that one out. And that ball is sent back in by the Centaurs. Moved back out by the Vikings. Kept in by the Centaurs right around midfield. Bella Mawson tried to keep it there. Lila Hart gets on it now for the Vikings. Hart sends it over to the far side. Peyton Elite trying to beat Antonino to the ball. I wonder if she takes a Buick to get there. Antonino, it's
I got
a
you.
big. Well, for
I
those of you
got
who
you.
do not know what I was saying, that's a big car dealership in southeast Connecticut, Antonino. I don't know if there's a relationship there, but who knows?
Well, it's like all Smiths are related. All Antoninos have to be related.
Maybe possible. Ball is over. There's another Antonino, Lily Antonino on the ball. Sent back in by the Vikings, and Nazer will pick this one in again. They're pelting it from long range, you know?
Well, let's look at their 3 goals. You take out the own goal,
Yeah.
we think was an own goal, but then the other 2 were just fabulous.
They were from like 20 to 30 yards
Right.
out. So, you know, from that-
Daggers.
and they were just shots, rifle shots that got in. This is Freya Robbie on the ball against Summer Antonino. Venkatesh comes over to get involved for East Lyme. Robbie sends it down the far side, knocked away by the Vikings. Maybe a trip call, and they're going to get the trip call. Well, that's one that's pretty obvious. As Stoddard went down on the play.
The boys' soccer team sitting below us didn't agree, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
That's okay. When did this boys' soccer team agree with an official?
Mm,
About as many times as
As
Greg
I
Smith
do, yeah.
does.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. And it's accurate.
And it's accurate. Ball is bouncing over the top. Elise Coyle got her head on it. It'll be bounced around again. It'll be kicked out by Allard briefly. Antonino on the ball. Picked up Bella Mawson trying to get on the play, trying to turn it against Elise Jorgensen. There's 2 Jorgensens on this team as well. Allard, if she gets a head of steam up, look out. Sends it ahead. Costa could not get to it. The Vikings able to break it up. The 2 10s go down on the play. The ball is on the far side for Selmecki. Left to Costa. Costa with her right kind of lofted it up there, is caught by Doobie. That was just a loft, if you will,
Yep.
down. Just seeing what was out there. Not really a shot. And Doobie was able just to catch the ball. As the ball comes into the middle of the field. Picked up there by Mawson. And Mawson on it. Mawson got a little play into the middle to Elise Coyle. Coyle trying to get away and knocked away. She was trying to get away from Summer Antonino, who was racing with her, and the ball was knocked away to the near side. It'll be a throw in for the Centaurs. Leah Costa sends it in. Julia Coyle couldn't, or Elise, I knew I was going to say Julia one of these days, because she's the cross-country runner of the side, if you will. She'll be running at Wickham Park this coming weekend.
What a beautiful place.
Oh, yeah. Unless you're running.
Right.
It's not so nice. It's not as bad as Norwich Golf Course, but it's not that great. Elise Jorgensen had that ball taken away, and what I mean by that is the hills of Wickham. That ball on the far side is Isabella Selmecki as we approach the 10-minute mark left here in the first half. We'll talk a little bit about that at halftime as well. We'll need to talk about some things at halftime, right, Greg?
Yes, sir.
Freya Robbie lets that one go out. It'll be a throw-in for Woodstock Academy.
Subs coming in for both sides.
A lot of them. This is a line change. Are we playing hockey already?
No.
But 3 for each team. Kaylee Saucier back in. Kendall McCormick back in.
But yesterday I had some professional development with Coach Mark Smolak.
There you
and
go.
He is chomping at the bit.
Something tells me he might be. Kendall McCormick, he does have a little bit of a different team.
There's a lot of different
Okay,
teams.
a lot of different team.
He's got to manufacture a goalie, but
Yep.
he got some scoring back.
Yes, he does. He's got the line of Donnie Sousa, Noah Sampson, and I think Max
Karate.
Max Karate is back. I was pretty sure he was, but you know the rumors.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That ball is knocked out to the far side, and it will roll out. It'll be a throw-in on that far side for the Centaurs. Peyton Lee going over there to do so. 3-0 in favor of East Lyme. As the Vikings scored twice in the first 10 minutes and then added another with 17 minutes left to play.
And while you would say a 3-0 first half score would be a dominance by one team, I wouldn't say that
No.
East Lyme is dominating.
It's just they've had 3 nice shots. Well, 2 nice shots and an own goal, so we'll play it from there. That ball went kind of whistling across the front. Doobie goes out to get it, kicks it out, and it'll be a throw-in for Woodstock Academy. Nice job by Doobie to come out there and just get in the way and kick it out of bounds.
I like an aggressive goalie.
Yep, And that's what she was there. Bella Mawson on the ball, sends it in. The Vikings send it quickly back out. Freya Robbie trying to keep that one in. Or was that Peyton Leet? That was Peyton Leet. This is Venkatesh for East Lyme. Back into the middle. One timed it forward. Juliet Allard back there get it, but it was in first to Macy Rawson. Picked up by Venkatesh. Venkatesh sends it to the far side to Karamidas, who sends it in, and Nazer. That was a cross for Garea. And Nazer got in the middle of it all. Booed out by Nazer.
I'd prefer if Garea didn't get a foot on the ball the rest of the day.
After that rocket she sent in already from about 28 out, yeah. That ball is hit by off the head of an East Lyme player to Kendall McCormick from the Centaurs. McCormick over on that far side. Little play with the
nice
with
step
the
over.
Ball. It was a nice step over move. I was looking for it. I couldn't get it in my brain. What was that again? McCormick to Robbie. Deep send for Costa. The ball, a high bouncer. Costa bodied up on Doobie, but Doobie's able to recover and get it back.
Don't touch a goalie.
Nope, she did get the call.
Yeah, she did.
She bodied up. Costa bodied up on her. There was no question to try to knock the ball loose.
And if you touch a goalie, you're going to get a whistle.
In the pursuit of the ball. If she had gone up to try to head it and not have come down with contact or incidental contact, might not have been called. But that was obvious contact. Juliet Allard tries to keep that ball in and does. Allard, a little step back on that one. Gets it over to Mawson. Knocked away from Mawson. Saucier tried to get involved, taken away by Antonino. Down this near side, her and Garea try to get it to Venkatesh. Picked off by Peyton Leet. Sends it downfield. Long send in, and it'll bounce all the way out, and it'll be a throw in for the Vikings.
7:40 left in this first half.
Of course, the football team will be on this field on Saturday as they take on Bethel. The Wildcats of Bethel. I don't think I'd want to come from Bethel to here.
One of the few schools I didn't ever coach any game against. Yeah. I can't. There's not that many in the state of Connecticut.
I've been to Bethel, if I remember correctly, once, maybe. I'm not sure. It's one of those, like, have I been there? I think I've been to most schools in the state. That may have been one that's eluded me, but I think I've been there. Ball is coming down to this near side. It will go off of Kaylee Saucy. It will be a throw-in for the Vikings. That game is at 1 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. And, yes, it's senior day for the Centaurs. Macy Rawson will kick that one to the sideline. You can watch it on our huddle cameras. We will not be broadcasting because we have a studio to put together on Saturday. We're working on. And as soon when you get bodies together to do it, you make it happen. Garea.
Anytime you can get Oconcha Bar Productions here,
you got it.
You're going to take advantage of it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oconcha Bar Productions was supposed to help us broadcast the game, but we found out everything's in, that we can build something that we've wanted to build for a few months, and guess what? You got to do it when you can. So it will be a throw-in from this near side for Annalise Mazzulli, who's into the game. Mazzulli sends it in. Venkatesh got a body on it. Allard got a foot on it and sends it out back towards mid. Picked up there, Stoddard. That might have been a handball, the way it came down. McCormick taken away by Stoddard with a teammate on that far side. McCormick works through both of them to get the ball. 5:55 left to go in the first half. 3-0 in favor of East Lyme.
If we could get one back here before halftime,
it'd be a big change.
It'd be a big change.
The Mo can change in something like that. 2-goal lead is dangerous. 3-goal lead is a little bit more secure. This is Elise Coyle on the ball. Costa tried to get it back into the midfield. Freya Robbie. Back over to Kaylee Saucier. Back kick to Costa. Couldn't get a head on it. Doobie will track it down for the Vikings. It'll be a punt out for Doobie.
Who's in no hurry.
No. 3-0 lead. You're almost waiting for the back judge to raise his hand for 5 seconds, you know. Kaylee Saucier could not get to that one. The Vikings keep it. Right down below us was Mazzulli. That ball goes out off of the Centaurs. And it'll be a throw-in for East Lyme. And subs coming in for the Vikings. So Mazzulli will go out. And Samantha Rhodes will come in for East Lyme. And I think Lila Hart just came back into the game as well. Anna Thompson's down there as well, number 17. First time I've seen her today. That was almost illegal. I was
Somebody
say.
called it. I heard a whistle.
Yeah, I was like, that's
got to go over your head.
Kind of illegal, if you ask me.
That one was kind of close, too.
Yep. Lombardo checks that ball and sends it the other way. Sent back in by Elise Coyle, McCormick, and Beauchene fighting for it. Beauchene got it. Unfortunately, it went off an Antonino, and downfield it went. Nobody down there, so it's going to roll out. It'll be a throw-in for the Centaurs. Peyton Leet will get to make the long run over there to pick up that ball. Nice thing about a 3:30 start, we might be done before dark. Dark comes really quick these days.
Really quickly.
Ball goes out. Be a throw in for the Vikings.
3 minutes and 40 seconds to go in this first half.
Ball along that far side. That's Allard on it. Ball was knocked away. Picked up behind the Centaurs, back towards midfield. Kendall McCormick.
And that one went out. It'll be a Woodstock throw. Peyton Leet will be taking it.
3:04 left to go here. In this first half of play, East Lyme up on top by a score of 3-0. That ball is fought for on the side. Freya Robbie could not keep it from going out. Be a throw in for the Vikings. East Lyme taking their time, as you might expect. Bounced up, comes down. Allard had a body on it. Here's Elise Coyle trying to get it out to Kaylee Saucier. Taken away from Saucier, but she gets back on the ball, trying to get a run of her own going with Beauchene. Sent it in way wide of the net. It'll be a goal kick out. Kaylee does have an assist this year for the Centaurs.
You know, not a soccer player.
No.
A hustler.
Agreed. A basketball player.
Yeah. Who
Here's
needs to stay in shape.
That ball is sent in by Peyton Leet. That ball was nicely done by Peyton Leet. Had Costa been able to get around the defense, that might have happened something there. But Doobie was able to come in and.
Or if Doobie didn't handle it cleanly.
Yep. Because she did get. She couldn't. Petruzzello was giving her enough of a cushion, if you will, to get allow Doobie to get to the ball. But Leet did have a nice send-in. There's no question about that. I don't want to give it a shot, though, because it really wasn't. It was more of a send-in
I
to
would
Costa.
agree.
Freya Robbie sent it over to that far side, tracking it down, the Centaurs. As they send it forward, can they get around the corner? And trying to get over there was Rita Rawcliffe. Ball is kept in, sent to the outside now. It'll be a throw-in for Rawcliffe and the Centaurs.
1 minute left in the half. And Woodstock showing a little bit of hustle to try and get one in.
A little bit of life. That was off McCormick, but it's booted right back out again. It'll be a throw-in on the far side for Centaurs. Peyton Leet takes it. McCormick could not get, kind of bounced up in the air. Picked up there by the Vikings, back out, sent back in. Kaylee Saucier on the ball, one turn around to Leia Costa. Hit it right off of Jorgensen, picked up by Antonino. And to the near side it comes.
Whenever Costa gets the ball, there are two Vikings with her.
You'd think that might be the case. She is, after all, the most dangerous player on the Centaurs. Freya Robbie has the ball, back out to Macy Rawson. Back over to Leah Costa, booted up in the air, straight up in the air by Petruzzello. The ball comes back out, and I think there's about 8 handballs there because they were kind of cradling it on their elbow. And there was like 3 of them there doing it.
Yep. And
I think the official said, who do you call it on?
And there's the half.
And that's the reason why you don't call it, right? As the half comes to a close, the East Lyme Vikings lead the Woodstock Academy Centaurs by a score of 3-0. We are at halftime.
Well, here's the good friend.
I'll drink to that. Say, Ernie, still fooling around with magic?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I've got a great new trick I've been working on.
Ernie, not the watch and scarf trick.
It's the watch and scarf trick. Now, let me show you. Mel, give me your watch.
You're not going to make it disappear, are you?
Now, Sylvia, I need to borrow your silk scarf.
Be careful with it, Ernie. It's my mother's.
No problem. Now, I take Mel's watch, wrap it carefully in Sylvia's scarf, and then set fire to the scarf.
Ernie!
And poof! Uh-oh.
Look at my $2,500 watch.
Jeez.
My mother's scarf. That's the watch and scarf trick.
Let me show you how it's done.
Show me. Who's your insurance agent?
There's no trick to finding good insurance coverage. Just call Girardi Insurance Services for homeowners and automobile coverage that really covers. Our experience in designing comprehensive protection programs can be tremendously helpful in your planning for the future. You never know what's going to happen next, so know you're ready for whatever happens.
When they ask who's your insurance agent,
Say Girardi Insurance Services, your independent agent.
we're the answer.
See them online at GirardiInsurance.com.
Woodstock Academy fans, the Centaur Shop is the place to go for all blue and gold apparel. Shop the latest collection of hoodies, tees, sweatpants, shorts, and more on shop.woodstockacademy.org or visit us in person at the Centaur Shop, located on the south campus of the Woodstock Academy.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement Approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement Approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement Approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
And we're back with you here at the Bentley Athletic Complex. 3-0 East Lyme up on top of Woodstock Academy. Mark Allard, Greg Smith along with you on this Thursday, a beautiful Thursday in the neighborhood. And we had said we'd talk about a few things at halftime, and one of them was the Eastern Connecticut Conference Tournament. Basically, it looks like this for the Woodstock Academy Centaurs, and that is if they win here today, they could have possibly been playing East Lyme on Saturday, and it would be at East Lyme. And if that's the case, it would probably be an 11 a.m. game. If they lose here today, it'll most likely be against Bacon Academy on Saturday, and that will be at Bacon Academy. And we all know how good Bacon Academy's field is.
That was a terrible field when I was coaching soccer, and that's
it's worse
when
now.
That's when the hills were being formed.
So, needless to say, the Centaurs are going on the road. There is, at least according to Dennis Snelling, the outside chance that if Stonington beats NFA in their last game,
That's an outside chance.
That's an outside chance because right now NFA is in the lead of Division One.
And they are playing
Division
very
One.
well.
Yeah, they beat us the other night 2-0, and if indeed NFA would fall to Stonington, that the Centaurs would be playing at Waterford. So that's the other very unlikely situation that could occur on Saturday. Right now, if you go by it, it looks like it's going to be a 10 a.m. game at Bacon Academy. Woodstock Academy is locked in at number 5. So anyway we look at it, we're on the road. And then, of course, it'll be the semis after that and then the championship matchup. But I don't think anyone can look ahead. This is too even a division to look ahead.
Absolutely, and you don't want your team looking ahead wherever you're seated. You want your team looking at, we have one game and one game only, and that's the only one
And
we're
that's
going to
the
look
next
at.
game.
I hate to be cliche, but there's a reason it's a cliche.
Yeah, of course, one game at a time. No doubt about that. And so the Centaurs have that ahead of them. As far as the states in Class L, they are right now number 18 in the state. We were trying to figure out where does that put them. I don't know, but I would be inclined to think that it would be an away game to start against number 15 or something to that effect. It will depend on how many teams get in and everything else, but I think it would be an away game.
It doesn't look like there's a whole lot of upward mobility for Woodstock to get out of that 18 spot, maybe 17, but that would still be.
I think that'd still be an away game against number 16, if
with
I'm
only,
correct.
Yeah, with only 25 teams making it. They'll
it would
be
be
on the
17-16 because 16 and 17 meet one, and one would have
Right.
a bye. So if we did get up into that, it'd still be an away game if it was 17. It'd be a away game if it was 18. It could be a home game if it was 16.
Right.
If we could get that high, a loss here today would not help that. And
No.
right now it's a 3-0 lead for East Lyme. So from that point of view, you'd almost have to say we do have, probably a couple of away games to start with. The Woodstock Academy volleyball team, like we had said, will host an ECC tournament quarterfinal. That will be against Bacon Academy on Monday night at 6, and we do plan to broadcast that game on Monday. And then the ECC semifinals are taking place at Woodstock Academy, and from that point of view, I guess we're hosting no matter what. Since the tournament is here, we plan to broadcast both of those ECC semifinals on Wednesday, beginning at about 4:30, so about 4:20 or so, live from the Alumni Fieldhouse. We'll be broadcasting those. Both semifinal games. The championship of that would be against New London, and that would be in New London, not against New London. It would be the winners in New London on Friday.
Possibly my least favorite gym with that boat coming out of the wall.
The boat coming out of the wall. Yeah, they've done some changes down there, though. I haven't seen it in a little while, so I don't know if the boat still is coming out of the wall or not. And of course, now as far as some other ones are concerned, volleyball for Class L is right now number 4. That's a nice place to be because I would think you're home right through the quarterfinals.
Right, and who are the two teams in front of you? East Lyme and Waterford are both above us. So you've got 3 out of the 4 top teams in L Division are from the ECC, and you've played them at least twice, and undoubtedly another time in the tournament.
And number 5 right now is Rockville. So Rockville, if everything holds to pass, the quarterfinal I do believe would be number 5 versus number 4, which would be Rockville against Woodstock Academy at Woodstock Academy. So Adam Batone is hoping anyway to get into the tournament and getting as far as the quarters, and would certainly like to get into the semis and make the next step. Last year, the team lost in the semis. Make that next step to the Class L state championship. Certainly within the realm of possibility. As far as field hockey and boys soccer, field hockey ends today against Fitch. Boys soccer ended yesterday against East Lyme. There will be no postseason for them. Cross country, running at Wickham Park on Saturday. Christian Menunos and Colton Saloom hoping to make the top 10, top 25. Hoping to make the state open championship for sure, if at all possible. Christian Menunos could finish in the top 5, possibly the top 3. So we'll have to wait and see on that. And Julia Coyle hopes to make the state open as well, running for the girls in Class MM. Going to take a break here. We'll be back with more from the Bentley Athletic Complex.
Make your next night out a simply memorable one. The Mansion at Bald Hill on Plain Hill Road in Woodstock has only you in mind. Your comfort is their mission, your pleasure is their goal, and your happiness is their reward. The Mansion at Bald Hill is a historic landmark that has taken on a new life as a premier restaurant and an elegant bed and breakfast, residing in the quiet corner of northeastern Connecticut. With on-site catering and an upscale banquet center, the mansion is private and secluded, offering the perfect setting for a delicious meal, special getaway, or private event. The Mansion at Bald Hill welcomes you and looks forward to your visit, whether it be for dinner, an overnight stay, or a weekend getaway for that special occasion. The Mansion at Bald Hill on Plain Hill Road in Woodstock. Simply put, spectacular. Treat yourself. You deserve it. Call the Mansion at Bald Hill at 860-974-3456. That's 860-974-3456. Or visit them on Facebook, Instagram, or Pinterest.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years, and we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquet's, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front-load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18 cubic foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18 cubic foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at BusquetsAppliance.com. Pay more, what for?
And remember to check out all the fall savings now at Busquets Appliances in Danielson and Willimantic. They got some great package deals. You're going to love them. And, in fact, they're coming to my house next week. Little repair needed on one of the appliances as we go along. This ball is sent in East Lyme, 3-0 on top as the second half gets underway. We didn't talk about this a lot at halftime. What do the Centaurs have to do in the second half, Greg?
Put the ball in the net
Okay.
real early. No. The strategy is keep the pressure up. Spring your attackers. Selmecki and Costa certainly added a different dimension when they came into the game. And that midfield has to dominate and spring these guys to get them deep into East Lyme's territory. Put the ball in the net once, put pressure back on, and see what happens after that.
This ball is over on the far side. It'll be picked up there by the Centaurs. As chasing after it over there was number 15, Rita Rawcliffe, the freshman. That ball will be sent ahead to Isabella Selmecki. Rawcliffe gets it back. Rawcliffe trying to center it to Costa. Costa tried to give it to Coyle. The ball is kicked out by the Vikings. And it will go out. It'll be a throw-in for Woodstock Academy. Centaurs Juliet Allard to throw it in for Woodstock Academy. Freya Robbie on the ball, taken away by Lombardo from the Vikings. Picked back up by Allard. Sent back out. And along that far side, still fought for, be picked up by the Vikings. Try to get it out of their own end. Centaurs trying to keep it in here, and like you say, get a quick score and get some of the mo back. Right now, the momentum, I don't know if it right now exists on the East Lyme side. If they score again, it would. This is Leah Costa who sends it into the middle and over the top. It was Selmecki who brought it in to Costa, and Costa put it over the crossbar. Second time today, we've seen her put one over the crossbar from close range.
And that's what I was talking about the pressure. Put the pressure on, try and get something going here.
That ball back into the midfield area, knocked away by the Vikes. The only thing that the Centaurs have to worry about, the counter. As chasing it down is Kelramides right down below us. That ball will go out, be a throw-in.
Well, as you talked about in the first half, Woodstock's definitely got some wheels on their side. So if there is a counterattack, they'll be able to respond.
Ball's bodied up on by Bella Mawson. Back to Lamoth. Back into the middle is Freya Robbie. Trying to turn on it to get it to Lamoth, and does. Up ahead, but is knocked away by Lombardo. Kicked backwards. Lila Hart on the ball. Now Stoddard. Picked up by McCormick. Down the near side. Try to get it to Costa. That ball will stay along the line and will roll finally out of bounds deep in East Lyme territory. That ball is looking like it's just going to roll along that line forever. Cosmidas had to be, tip ball was taken away, but Antonino was on it. Over to Stoddard, back to Antonino. These Centaurs right now doing a good job of bottling up the Vikings in their own end. That ball is popped up in the air and forces Doobie to come out and pick it up on the loose ball.
And the sky's getting a little milky here, but Doobie's looking right into the sun in this second half. That could be problematic.
Although the sun is so low this day and this time of year, I don't know if it's as bad as it would be in September.
Correct.
You know, when it's really just bright in the second half and it's right in your eyes. In this case, it's like you say, not only that, it's diluted a little bit by some high-level cloudiness that's come in. Ball is sent across the field. Picked up there by Costa. Tried to get it out to Lamoth and went by Lamoth, and Macy Rawson will have to track that one down. Venkatesh is down there, but Lamoth gets it to Juliet Allard. Oof, right into Antonino's face. Bounced off and went to Venkatesh. The other Antonino, Summer. There's a kick away by Juliet Allard. And the ball will be picked up by Selmecki. Knocked away from Selmecki by Jorgensen. Sent the other way by Lombardo. Back into the middle to Antonino. On that far side was Jorgensen. And a little contact on the out of bounds. Allard using her body a little bit there and getting
got
a call.
the call.
Yeah, getting a call against her. Trying to use that left arm to fend everybody off and got a little aggressive with it. 5 minutes into the second half, of Vikings 3-0 lead here at the Bentley Athletic Complex. And this will be Lombardo out of boot it away, and does. Downfield where it'll be picked up by the Vikings. That was Antonino on the ball, tried to get it over to Garea, kicks it near side, far side, and ball bounces by Venkatesh and is booted out by the Centaurs. Macy Rawson, I think, got her foot on that one. Back the other way into the middle. Picked up there by East Lyme. Lombardo turned on it and sent it and got cut.
So Mecki sent Lombardo, and now she's going to get talked to.
Yep, might be a little chat. You can kind of get the idea when you're down 3-0 in a situation like this and you're in your last game of the season, regular season, could be some chippiness as we move through.
And with a 3-0 score,
Yeah.
a little bit of frustration.
That's the other thing. Happened yesterday in the boys' game, no question. Lombardo is going to kick it whenever she decides to kick it. Well, maybe it won't be Lombardo because they're going to do a quick substitution here. On a kick, I guess. As this is going to be booted out of there by the Vikings. Petruzzello booted it downfield. My guess is there might have been blood or something over there, and that's the reason why they made that quick substitution. Maybe something on the knee or something like that. That one got by Rhodes. East Lyme able to boot it through. Kendall McCormick picks it up, trying to get it away. Actually has sent it towards her own goal, but picks it up. Trying to get it out of there. Not really succeeding too well right now. The ball is still down there. Picked up by Freya Robbie for the Centaurs. It gets booted back the other way again. Everybody says it's my ball, and it will be East Lyme's ball.
The referee gets to decide.
Yep. Sporting the sunglasses today, the officials. Ball is sent in by Hart. That will be picked up by Nazer. First shot of the second half for East Lyme. And Nazer will boot that one out. Nazer had 3 saves in the first half. Doobie had to make a couple. 6-3 on shots. The Centaurs trailing East Lyme in that category. 3 of the shots went in for East Lyme. And actually, they technically had a 7th, but that was an own goal, so can't really count it as such.
No.
This ball breaks loose. Antonino kind of lost it behind her. Gets sent out, picked up by Bella Mawson as we go back the other way with the junior downfield. Leah Costa gave up on it. The ball is coming her way, though. She thought Antonino had it, and now she sends it across to Selmecki. A header will be picked up by Doobie. And now that cloud is going away, there's a little bit more sun down there.
It is bright.
Yeah,
and
actually
it's right in
brighter
her
than I
eyes.
thought. So will be a punt out there for Doobie. Mawson and Venkatesh battling for it. That was Karamidas who came in to the play. Rhodes one-timed it back to Antonino. They get it over midfield, but the Centaurs able to counter that and go back the other way. Mawson turns on it, trying to get it to Costa. Costa's going to get it as that ball evaded the kick of Stoddard. Costa trying to get it back in the middle of the field, left side, gets it into the middle. Picked up there by the Centaurs, knocked away from Rawcliffe, and the Vikings able to clear it on out. That was getting a little dangerous. Costa was roaming unencumbered. She might have been better off just keeping it and turning on it.
Well, you see that often when you've got a prolific scorer. Everybody stands around to watch the prolific scorer do their thing instead of playing like the team. Everybody wants Leah Costa to get a goal and get this offense started.
And that has not happened as of yet. A 3-0 lead for the Vikings. Antonino on the ball. Booted out by the Vikes. Back to midfield. This will be Lila Hart. Trying to get something ahead to Karamidas. Chasing with her was Kaylee Saucier, and Karamidas with that right foot. One times it over, back to Hart. Across to Antonino, boots it in, and Nazer will have an easy save on that one.
And if you're East Lyme, that's all you have to do. Just keep putting the ball in the goal mouth and keeping it on this end.
With a 3-0 lead, the time is on your side. Over on that far side is Petruzzello. Lombardo tried to get it back to Pietrzello. Be a throw-in on the far side for the Centaurs. Peyton Leet. Peyton Leet, of course, if you hadn't joined us to start, it is senior day, and Peyton Leet came on in about 20 seconds into the game as her sister Kayla, who's injured, did a ceremonial kickoff, and then the Centaurs kicked it out to allow Peyton to come on for her sister. But Kayla, of course, one of the 5 seniors on this team. Ball is booted out. Be a free throw-in for the Vikings.
Class act.
Yep. It was a fun start to this one. But it hasn't been fun since.
No, soon after that, East Lyme scored their first goal.
Yeah, twice in the first 10 minutes. Saucier, header forward, and that one will be picked up there by Pietrzello in the back. Stotted, Kalamitis. Kaylee Saucier with a foot boots it back in. Pietrzello again boots it back out. Ahead of a jump by DeLeva Beauchesne. Rawson into the back of Venkatesh. Ball goes out. It'll be a throw-in for the Centaurs down below us. Kaylee Saucier to do so.
Subs.
Yep. We're going to see that a few times in the next few minutes, something tells me.
Yeah, just under 30 minutes to go in the game.
And 3-0 lead for East Lyme. Tomorrow's kind of a light day, I think. I don't think there's anything going on, is there, for any athletics? Trying to think if there's anything. There's no prep soccer, no boys soccer, no field hockey, no volleyball.
Boy, I tell you, as somebody who has several of the prep soccer players in class, those guys after their trip to Ohio last weekend were hurting.
Yeah. It was interesting, a trip to Ohio, that's for sure. Mixed results. The Prep 1 team came away with a win and a tie. The tie came against number 4 Kiski. They beat Phelps School 5-2, and they had a scoreless tie with Kiski. And the Prep 2 team won one and lost one. So a little bit of mixed results on both sides. Out there in Hudson, Ohio. I don't know exactly where Hudson, Ohio is. I went to school in Marietta, Ohio, but I don't know where Hudson, Ohio is.
Well, I know they went right through my hometown in Danville, Pennsylvania.
Did they really?
Oh, yes, they did.
Oh, that's interesting.
And I wish I'd known at the time because I would have told them where to go to get the best hoagies. Not grinders. Not grinders.
From someone who went to school in Ohio, I found out that sneakers are not sneakers and grinders are not grinders. And if you ask for a soda, be ready for a seltzer, okay?
Yep.
Those are things that I learned quickly, unfortunately, after I paid for them.
And the little running water in your back of your yard, that's a crick.
Yes, it's not a creek.
No,
it's a crick.
It's a crick.
We know that. And they love to put chains on when snow, but they have no idea how to drive in it. That's all I'm going to tell you. Okie doke.
And am I arguing with that one? No, I am not.
It's interesting. And they do walk a lot slower than we do in New England. You could always tell in my college who was from the Northeast and who was from further west, because you'd be about 18 steps ahead.
And how about using a dead deer by the side of the road as a direction? Definitely us.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That ball was over to this near side, goes out of bounds. The trip didn't count. It'll be a throw-in, I think, for the Vikings. They were looking for a trip. They didn't get it. Stotted was anyway. And it'll be a throw-in for Emma. Down below us. That ball is picked up there by Lila Hart. Briefly, Venkatesh comes out of the mess. Back into the mid. Juliet Allard tried to turn on it. That ball is picked up by Elise Coyle. Up ahead, Leah Costa. No, actually, it wasn't Costa. That was Beauchesne. Beauchesne and Costa have kind of like the same hair and stuff. And it's and they're number 1 and number 10. Make it a little bit more difficult on the play-by-play guy.
Go Freya.
Freya Robbie to Costa. Back out to McCormick. McCormick playing with the ball a little bit. Trying to get it over to her teammate, Emma Massey. That ball goes out, be a throw-in for McCormick. She'll look into the middle of the field for Massey. Actually, for Coyle. Ball bounced around. Here's Emma Massey trying to break through. Will she have a shot? One off the side of her foot. And the Vikings decide just to kick it out of bounds. Be a throw-in for Costa.
So did you see any of the Celtics game last night?
I watched about 10 seconds and I fell asleep. I will admit. Oh, I will admit there was other things going on in the world that kind of took my
Yes, sir.
kind of took my attention in a bad way. So that's just the way it goes.
But it's going to be fun to watch Porzingis play in green this year.
And Drew Holiday.
Oh.
As this ball will be booted out by the Vikings.
It's looking like the fullback's job is to make sure that Doobie's boots were tied correctly. With those gloves on, you can't tie your own boots.
Your own shoes, yeah. It's kind of tough. It's worse if you're a field hockey goalie. You can't reach your own shoes if you're a field hockey goalie with the pads on. Be a throw in down below for Lila Hart. Venkatesh got a foot on it. This is Antonino forward, and they'll just roll out. Be a goal kick for Rebecca Nazer. This game has kind of turned into a game between the 20s right now, as it's pretty clear what East Lyme's strategy is. Just keep it away from the goal. And the Centaurs really have not formulated an attack here in the second half.
Other than that Costa one that went over the top.
And that was early. That was really early in this one, in this second half, about 14 minutes ago. And ever since, it's been kind of in between the 20s and a lot of back and forth. Venkatesh tries to get, and as I say that, Venkatesh almost got a run, but could not. She was prevented from doing so. Still a player on the ground. That would be Peyton Lee. As the Centaurs, Bella Mawson sends it up. Picked up there by Petrozello. Petrozello one times to Stoddard. And Stoddard, nice little move to get around, even with that knee brace. Right down below us is Mazzulli, taken away from her. Mawson tries to keep it under control, kept it in bounds.
Nice spin move.
Yeah, a little spinning, and it was taken away by Mazzulli.
Right that'll be blue ball, blue throw.
Yep. As doing so will be Lamoth. Lamoth gets it off of Coyle, picked up by Hart. And then it went back over to Massey. Ball taken away by Venkatesh. And Venkatesh into the middle of the field. Just what the Vikings want. Just that little mishmash back and forth in the middle. Waste as much time as possible. We're heading towards the 20-minute mark. And a 3-0 lead for East Lyme. Rhodes just sent it in, and Nazer watched it go to the side of the net. Be a goal kick out.
Now, Freya Robbie's out there. Do you know where Wyatt Robbie is? Her older brother?
I do not. To be honest.
I wish I did. Great student, fun to have in class.
Nice,
he
nice
was
boy soccer player.
4-year starter for the Centaurs. Had a very high pressure position.
Yes, sweep, wasn't it? So this will be Nazer booting it on out of there, and it'll be bodied up on by the Vikings, sent back in by Venkatesh. Venkatesh kicked back out by Kaylee Saucier, picked up there by Macy Rawson. Kendall McCormick turns on it, gets it over to Bella Mawson for a moment. Lila Hart came in. And now a nice little, Selmecki and Stoddard were just going at it. And Selmecki won the battle because the ball went downfield. That will be a call as Bella Mawson went down. And it'll be a free kick for the Centaurs back around midfield.
A little bit of a shove.
Yep. And I think not only that, the ball got caught under Massey's foot, which didn't make it any better. So down she went. She's okay. And Macy Rawson will send it on in. Macy's boot, downfield. Petrozello lets it go. Here's a shot and a score for Woodstock Academy. Macy Rawson to Rita Rawcliffe, I do believe. As she was able to turn on it, she got behind the D, and guess what? A goal for the Centaurs.
That was a beautiful cross that found the behind the East Lyme D and buried.
Was it I don't know if that would, I consider that a send-in because it was Rawson from midfield.
Yep.
And it got right onto Rawcliffe's foot.
Now 22:02 left in this game. Can Woodstock put in another one quickly? That's going to change the complete dynamic of this game.
3-1 in favor of the Vikings. That was the third goal of the season for Rita Rawcliffe. She got behind the D. Macy Rawson sent it in from about the 48-yard line or so. And had a nice, beautiful ball right onto Rawcliffe. I didn't see anyone else get involved.
No.
It was basically Rawson to Rawcliffe. And it's a 3-1 lead now for the Vikings. A little bit, hopefully, some life for the Centaurs as we've just about the halfway point of the second half. This ball bounces through. Now, remember, this is also the most vulnerable time for a team is after you've just scored.
5 minutes.
Yep.
5 minutes at the beginning of the game, 5 minutes before half, 5 minutes before the end, and 5 minutes after every goal.
Well, let's see what happens here. As started, hopefully it means the Centaurs. That was a Bella Mawson foul. But hopefully it means the Centaurs, because the other side is once you score one, sometimes that second comes much easier.
Yeah, let's open up the floodgates.
Yep, this is from about 33 out for Lombardo. One would think she's just sending it into the middle from this kind of angle, and that's exactly what she does. Antonino got on the ball, knocked away from both Antoninos. Selmecki sent it to this near side for Mawson, sent back in by Lombardo. And it'll be a throw-in for the Centaurs right down below with Lamoth to Selmecki. Mawson had that one go off. It'll be a throw-in for the Vikes.
Yeah, Mawson's got that wrist taped. It looks like she's an MMA fighter. And I've seen her play. I wouldn't mess with her.
I like that one. Antonino right down below us. That ball is going to be a foul called, and it's going to be a yellow card. A yellow card going against
Antonino.
Was it Antonino? Number
I believe so.
6?
No.
Or was it McCormick? Who is it? Because no one's going off. Who got called for it? Was it McCormick? So I don't know if they're going to be a sub here or not.
Yeah,
And
it's
it was
McCormick.
McCormick,
Yeah.
yeah. I thought they were pointing at McCormick, but it was hard to tell because everybody went back to their positions. So it will be a free kick after the yellow
It
card.
must have happened
McCormick.
behind the play because I didn't see it.
So the Vikings will try to take advantage of it with Lombardo. And here's the boot by Lombardo into the middle and headed out by the Centaurs. Elise Coyle can't get to it. Now she does. Turns on it and sends it downfield. Isabella Selmecki on the ball for Woodstock Academy. Down that far side, Selmecki, ball is taken away. It rolls and rolls out. Be a throw in for the Vikings.
So Mecki had a lot of attention from the ladies in white.
So the Vikings get it in. That's that was almost into the golf cart. That was dangerous almost. And it will be a throw-in for the Vikes. That ball might have, did it go over the fence or did it get lodged behind the golf cart?
Jill went and got it. Our own trainer.
Over the top?
Yeah, her job never ends. You had her being a photographer.
Yes.
Ball retrieval, and making sure everybody stays healthy.
The ball is in mid, actually about the 30, sent back the other way. Selmecki got a foot on it. Trying to get it to Bella Mawson. Mawson tried to turn on it. Picked up there by the Centaurs. Freya Robbie will send it to this near side. Mawson trying to get there in time, and she did, I think. No, they're going to say it was out. Ball back around the 30. Picked up there by Emma Massey. Back into mid. Picked up there by Lamoth. Knocked away by Stoddard. Be a throw-in for the Centaurs. No, for the Vikings. And Stoddard will do so. Stoddard sends it on in. That's Lila Hart. Yeah,
Stoddard
midfield.
With that knee brace.
Yeah.
She can move for having that big brace on.
And that's what I was saying when I saw her before. That knee brace, you would think that would limit her movement a little, but she seems to have most of the mobility.
Oh, absolutely.
Didn't seem to bother her at all.
All right, another line change for Woodstock Academy.
Oof. Great, just what I wanted.
Saucier's back in. I would imagine Costa's in as well.
That ball is picked up by Venkatesh and then Antonino. Over to Venkatesh, back to Antonino. There's two Antoninos right together there. They send it in. Woodstock D is able to take it and go the other way with it. Picked up there by the Centaurs, bounced the other way. Trying to get onto that ball was
Allard.
Yeah, it was Juliet who was on that ball.
Good name, right?
I like it. It's just like Smith's.
Yep.
We're all related. She won't admit to it.
I wouldn't either if I was her.
There's absolutely no truth to that. We are not related whatsoever as far as we know. Ball's over on the far side. It'll be corralled by the official. It'll be a throw-in on that other side. Throw in for the Vikes, 17-17. That was a good year. Left in this one.
Not if you were poor.
That's a good point.
Nice through ball. Oh, just about.
Never joke with a history official, with a history teacher. They always have something.
Yeah.
Ball is in the middle for Freya Robbie. Robbie. Beauchene's going to track that. No, she won't. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in going the Centaurs' way. So it will be a Beauchene throw-in. So a 3-1 lead for East Lyme as the ball comes popping in, and Leah Costa could not get a foot on it. Selmecki gets taken off the ball. Allard tries to get on it and does with the left foot. Allard kicked it back the other way, tried to reverse field, but there was a Viking in the way. And that ball will be picked up by Garea right down below us, and she boots it forward. Beauchene boots it back into the middle. McCormick back into the game. Back into the middle. That will be kicked away by Antonino. Back to midfield. Peyton Lee to McCormick. Over on the far side, McCormick, one of the seniors on this squad, one of the 5 who was honored before, booted out by the Vikes. Back to midfield for Beauchene. On to Saucier. Beauchene to Saucier. I think I've seen that combo before.
Once or twice.
Yep. Selmecki knocked off the ball by the Vikings. Selmecki gets it back. Selmecki left-footed, can't get a turn. Costa does, but kicks it out. That's going to get my car. No, it won't. Stayed inbounds. Well, stayed inside the fence. Doobie will go track it down. And here come the Vikes with some more changes. Now, of course, within 5 minutes, if they get those changes, the clock will stop because of the fact that's one of the rules now.
And
if
a
you're
good
leading,
one.
yeah, if you're leading, you can't sub in and out constantly to waste time. Because generally what would happen in the past is that one kid would come out, one kid would come in, one kid would come out, one kid would come in, and they'd be the same kids rotating back and forth. So you kind of got the idea what they were doing.
And it would be the person who has to run all the way across the field.
It'd always be the backer on the other side.
Yeah.
Got to make it. You know, that way that happens. It'll be a throw-in for the Vikings. So that is no longer the case in the last 5 minutes. They will indeed stop the clock if there is a substitution on the leading team.
I'm not for rule changes often. I think that's a very good
That
one.
might work.
Like and ones.
They're gone.
They're gone.
With a 35-second clock. In basketball we now have. The and ones are gone.
And you know how I feel about that.
Because they're now playing, 5 fouls per quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, a 2-shot foul. And the reason why they did that was to prevent additional contact of a 1-and-1. That's why they did that for. So trying to keep the game, I guess, as safe as possible for you purists. We'll see. You get a shot clock, but now you have no 1-and-1s. That ball bounced down. It'll be picked up and over the top of the head of Rhodes. Kicked away by Macy Rawson. Picked up there by the Vikings. It will be interesting to call some games this winter, though, with those new rules.
Right.
Macy Rawson boots it downfield. Leah Costa on the ball, got it past the defense with Pietruzzello, tries to contain it and does with the right foot, sends it in, and Doobie makes the save.
Doobie stayed her ground, held her post, and made Costa shoot from a very tough angle.
Yep, and the only place she really had was the opposite corner. She would have had to launch it high. It would have been tough. Vikings able to clear. Second shot of the half for the Centaurs. Vikings have 2 as well. As we said, this half has basically been played inside the 20s. Rhodes trying to get onto this one, knocked out by the Centaurs. It'll be a throw-in for the Vikings. Deep in Woodstock Academy territory. Emma Stoddard, the sophomore defender, to come over and to throw it on in.
13 minutes left in this contest.
Stoddard gets it in, knocked away by the Centaurs, and they'll get it back to midfield with Mawson. Be picked up by Lombardo, takes it away from Selmecki. I'd like to thank our sponsors here on our broadcasts all season long: Girardi Insurance Services, Oconchabar Productions, O'Brien Financial Group, the Mansion at Bald Hill, and Busquets Appliances in Danielson and Willimantic. We thank you all for all the help all season long as we continue to broadcast Woodstock Academy Sports on Woodstock Academy Live.
And for everybody that's listening, please shop with these local businesses who just do a great job. Everybody in the community, they always get hit up. These businesses always get hit up for please give us a donation for this potluck or for any kind of raffle. And they get hit up, and they come to the forefront every single time. Well, it's time for us to come to their aid as well and shop local.
And remember what's happening in 2 months.
Oh, yeah.
Believe it or not, Christmas, the holidays.
Hard
Christmas
to
and New
imagine when
Year's,
it's
yes.
77 degrees, but
in 2 months, the holidays are right around the corner. So the ball is bouncing around, picked up there by the Centaurs. It'll be bounced back to midfield. Ball is taken away and knocked away back into the Centaur side.
very late foul call on Costa.
I heard a whistle, and I was looking for it, and it was against Costa. Okay, so a free kick for the Vikings back at mid. Lombardo to take it for East Lyme. Any relation to Guy? No.
You and I are the only two people on this entire grounds that knew who Guy Lombardo was.
Booted downfield. I just had to bring that one up.
Nope. Willie Bousquet knows who Guy
Willie knows
Lombardo
who it is too. So I just had to bring that one up. Why not? We've been talking about relations. Why not? I had to bring that one into play. Ball on the far side, booted back in by the Vikings. Venkatesh. That ball is given back to the outside, sent in. Nazer had to dive for it, went beyond it. It will be a corner. Nazer got a hand on it.
That was a 5-bell save right there.
I think it was, because I think that was headed for the corner. So a nice job by Nazer to send that ball out. It will be an East Lyme corner. And not only that, but send it far enough out to keep a rebound, because there was a Viking right there in front of him. So it will be a corner for Lombardo once again. And with that to the right side of Rebecca Nazer, one of the captains of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. This ball is sent in by Lombardo, and it will be kicked down right in front. The back kick almost rolled in, but it just went on the outside of the post. So that little back kick almost worked for the Vikings. Off the corner. I didn't see exactly who got that back flip, but it didn't miss by much. It just rolled over that outside post. Nazer on the goal kick out. Picked it up by Kendall McCormick. And it will be booted out of there by Beauchene. Picked up near side Rawcliffe, the only goal for the Centaurs today. They trail 3-1, under 10 minutes to play here in regulation. Last time these two teams played, it was a 1-1 tie. Down is Leah Costa trying to keep up with it, cannot. Goal kick out for East Lyme. That will be a long time to take, or as long as they possibly can take anyway. It will be Morgan Doobie on the boot out for the Vikings, as we have eclipsed the 9-minute mark left. And the boot by Doobie, one of the few who still enjoys sunshine on the field. I don't know if she's enjoying it, but she has it. Venkatesh. That's Macy Rawson, straight up in the air. Rhodes tried to get a head on it, could not. Midfield, Freya Robbie slows down as she was heading for the cushions. It'll be a throw-in for Rhodes. Was it Wyatt who went into those cushions hard, if I'm remembering correctly?
Yes.
That's Wyatt Robbie. That's probably why Freya has a lot of respect for that over there.
And it's definitely why those cushions are on the front row of stone bleachers.
I was pretty sure it was Wyatt Robbie who, it was not a great day for that, for sure. Luckily did not get seriously injured. Kendall McCormick on the far side. Lombardo sends it out and saved by the good old netting.
Yep.
So it'll be a throw-in on the far side for the Centaurs. Leah Costa will take it for Woodstock Academy. Kept in by Juliet Allard. Boots it with the left foot downfield. And a little bodied up on it by Petrozello. Deep into the corner against Rawcliffe. Petrozello able to take it out of there. Moved it up ahead briefly to Antonino. Back comes Leah Costa. Sends it in, and a save by Doobie. Third shot of this half for the Centaurs. Doobie up to the task, has a couple of saves. The other one went over the crossbar. That was the closest one, actually, the one that went over the crossbar.
Yes.
That was early in the second half. With the ball is Rockcliffe again, fighting for it. Lombardo won the battle. Rhodes up ahead at midfield. Venkatesh to Hart. One times it forward, picked up by Antonino, and knocked away. Oof, down went Garea, and there's going to be a foul against the Centaurs. That time, I think it was Juliet Allard again.
Yeah, they just went shoulder to shoulder.
Yep. So Lombardo will get to kick it from about 40 out. 6.5 to play in regulation, a 3-1 lead for the Vikings. Lombardo looks downfield at Nazer in the goal and boots it down there. Long boot. Nazer might be the one to come up and catch it, and does. Off that long in from Lombardo.
Nice outlet pass to Saucier.
Yep. Sauce, nice play to get it around Stoddard. Then Petrozello came over and kind of got in the mix, and Hart ends up with the ball. Knocked away by the Centaurs, Peyton Leet. One time forward by over to McCormick from Rockcliffe. McCormick to the near side. Saucier sends it in and trying to take advantage of that sun, but once again, Doobie up to the task. Fourth shot by the Centaurs. What's we supposed to be doing anyway at this point? Send in anything you got.
Yep.
Because it's that time of game. Saucier one-timed it up. Trying to get it to Leah Costa. Petrozello is there, and the two of them go down on the play. That's been kind of more of the par for the course kind of for the day.
And they call that one on Costa, so it'll be a free kick for the Vikes.
They got to set up these free kicks, you know, Greg. You got to make sure they're in the exact spot where they're supposed to be.
Right.
Well, actually, she kicked it a lot faster than I thought she would.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think she probably kicked it a lot faster than her coaching staff would have
Yeah,
liked her
coach
to.
is going to have a discussion with that, cooking it back in the middle,
Now,
too.
remember, you got to fix it up this way, and you got to do this with it. Rhodes had it knocked out. It'll be a throw-in down below for the Vikings. Stoddard will come over to take that. As East Lyme nursing a 3-1 lead, trying to go to 11-4-1 to end the season. Right now, the Centaurs would finish 7-7-2, a little bit above the 500 mark because the two ties equal half a win each. So it'd be 8-7 when you look at the number. So they'd be a little bit above 500. Currently ranked number 18 in Class L. Ball bouncing down forward. Antonino trying to get to it before it went out, and did. And then kicked out by the Centaur, kicked backwards to the near side by the Centaurs, and Saucier gets a foot on it. Sends it back to the 30, picked up there by Leah Costa. Costa trying to corral and control. And it goes out off of the Vikings. Throw in for Costa. Maybe not.
Subs.
Oh, subs. All of them from Woodstock Academy, and there's 4 of them. So Saucier and Rockcliffe and Allard and Leet will leave the field. Selmecki and Lamoth, Coyle, back on. Who am I missing? Someone else came back on, but that's okay. With the ball is Freya Robbie, briefly, maybe. 2 Vikings on her. And Robbie tried to get it out of there, and, well, it went off. No, it stayed in. Well, maybe not. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened there. It never went out. I was like, I don't know. And everybody blacked off of it on the whistle. But it was a throw-in for the Centaurs.
The referee had a much better view of it than I did.
Correct. This will be a throw-in for Woodstock Academy. A little activity right down in front of us here. This will be a throw-in for Massey. Header by Lombardo. Flying in was Leah Costa. Sends it downfield the other way. Emma Massey trying to keep it away from Venkatesh to Macy Rawson. That's Taylor Lamoth over to Bella Mawson. 2:52 left to go in the contest. The boys soccer team trying to get the girls soccer team going here. That's Mawson on the ball. Rolls out, be a throw in for Stoddard. No, it'll be a throw in for Robbie. Gets it in to Coyle. Booted away by the Vikings. That's Antonino on the ball. Forward goes Hart. Trying to get by Beauchesne. Antonino now with the ball. Turns it quickly to the left. Back to Hart. Went by her. Booted out by Massey.
Well, if you're Coach Snelling, I'm telling this team, you gave up an own goal and just 2 spectacular goals by East Lyme. And you never gave up. You fought back. So you need to do this moving forward. In your games in the ECC, in your games in state, you have to use this kind of focus and pressure for the rest of the season, no matter what happens.
Stoddard tried to save that one from going out and did, but it was the Centaurs who ended up with the benefits. Back to midfield, knocked away by Mawson. Up ahead to, well, she tried to get it to Costa. Taken away by Lombardo. And back the other way, Lila Hart. 1:35 left to go. The clock all in East Lyme's favor right now. Garea trying to track that one down. Sends it in, out of bounds.
That should be a corner.
Oh, corner. Did it hit a Woodstock player? Yeah, it did. Well, this could be a long corner. Lombardo running in to get it. But, you know, I think she's going to take some time to set it up. She didn't take a lot of time last time, though. She's the one who kind of just quickly did it.
You know, what we saw on this sideline, Bella Mawson just absolutely not giving up ever. Yep. That's what you want.
So the corner from Lombardo with 58 seconds left to play. Here in Reg. Boots it in. It will be headed straight up in the air by Rhodes. Sent in by Antonino. Knocked away by Pochane. Back out to the outside. Picked up there by Lombardo. Jorgensen sends it back in. Rhodes tries to contain it. There is Robbie on the ball, taken back out. Here comes Mawson. Ball's taken away from her by Hart. Taken away from Hart by Massey. Taken away from Massey by Antonino. Antonino back on the ball against Massey. 20 seconds left to go. Sent in Venkatesh. Didn't really get a lot on that one across. Knocked out by the Centaurs. It'll be a throw in for the Vikings down to the near side. The final 10 seconds of play for the regular season. As with it are the Vikings. They're going to walk away with the win today against the Centaurs. They prevail here at the Bentley Athletic Complex by a score of 3-1. We'll be back to wrap things up here from Woodstock Academy when we return.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement Approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement Approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement Approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years, and we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquets, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front-load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18-cubic-foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18-cubic-foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at busquetsappliance.com. Pay more, what for?
And welcome back to the Bentley Athletic Complex. 3 goals in the first half by East Lyme. One came just 8 minutes and 2 seconds in. Another one just about 2.5 minutes later. And then a third, 13 minutes after that, basically told the tale of this game.
Right, and Woodstock could never recover. None of the goals were Nazer's fault, in my opinion. They were just extremely good shots and unlucky, to use the British term.
Yes.
And Woodstock never recovered from that.
And then Woodstock did get one goal. That came in the second half on a goal by Rita Rawcliffe off of a long send-in about from midfield by Macy Rawson. So Macy gets the assist on the Rawcliffe goal. It means the Centaurs finish the year at 7-7-2, and the Vikings finish at 11-4-1. The Centaurs next likely to play against Bacon Academy in the ECC quarterfinals on Saturday at 10 a.m. Our next broadcast Monday at about 5:50 or so, when the Woodstock Academy Centaurs volleyball team takes on Bacon Academy in an ECC volleyball quarterfinals. So
going to be a great game.
It should be a good one from the Alumni Fieldhouse on Monday night. Greg, thank you very much for
You're
joining
very
me
welcome.
again on this
Always a
wonderful
pleasure.
September day.
Yeah, I brought the weather.
You brought the weather. For Greg Smith, I'm Mark Allard. Final score again here from the Bentley Athletic Complex, East Lyme 3, Woodstock Academy 1. You have yourself a wonderful rest of your Thursday.